just wanna die. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your...
Oh, hi. How are we doing, everybody? My name is Grace. This guy is named Socks because he has white socks. Can't see them right now, but I assure you, they are there. Right, where's my need my girl caffeine? I cannot have basic masculine monsters. Simply no, will not do. I need the essential vitamins and a lot of sodium. There's a lot of salt, and I'm not sure if that's gonna quench my thirst, but let's hope the caffeine does. All right, now we can begin. Before we do begin, though, I think the question on everybody's mind is what sounds from the hold on, let me get this situated. This is not where I like it. I think the question we're all wondering is what sounds from the 420 Awards, 5th annual 420 Awards, hosted by one Derek Saboteur. What's Alfred Hitchcock film? It's Saboteur, no? Yeah? No? Yeah? Probably thinking, Gracie, what fucking sound did we add to the soundboard? Who do we have to join the classic ranks such as
You have no reason to live!
and earlier the
Okay, good for you.
and don't forget about the
You're an idiot!
I whittled it down to the 4 best quotes, moments that spoke to me. They can join the family, and then we'll have a little Derek to chime in from now. And then first contender is a long one. I think it says a lot, not just about Derek, but really the state of the world and how we all treat each other in it. And it goes like this.
Even some of the guys nowadays love to have a hot actor in the film. You know, it's all good.
The moment that Derek realized that sometimes there are gay dudes, and gay dudes appreciate a hot actor in a movie, and don't we all? Don't we all? Don't we all? All right, next contender. Not sure when I'll find a way to work this in, but it goes like this.
My knives are a lot bigger than that one.
So maybe if we're watching a video, a knife comes up, maybe we're watching a tutorial on how to safely use a knife, then Derek can then and only then chime in with,
My knives are a lot bigger than that one.
next one's a little simpler, quick and punchy, just a nice laugh. And this final one, this final Derek sound, I think this one speaks volumes. Honestly, this one says more than I could ever say for myself. And that is simply just stating
Avatar.
And I think if we keep that in mind, then us as a whole, as a society, can really grow and move on and really
Your mother has a sickness!
See, John has a little different approach. He likes to use a tough love. And speaking of tough love, I think the daunting task of dragging a 25-foot tall tree is stressful. Where was I going with that? The tough love. Right, John.
You're an idiot!
One moment, really, I just want to
Wendy's new
talk
breakfast
about...
is good. The crew is giving every combination code name.
Tay-Tay.
Copy that.
Eggman and Saucy Boy.
Copy that.
Look out,
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast.
Really, I just want to show you one specific moment from this video, but it's probably best you get the background before I make fun of it.
Okay,
Man
good for
could be
you.
seen in the Ballard neighborhood dragging the tree and then cutting it into pieces with a handsaw.
Have you actually ever seen
This is
any
probably the
punk
third or
bands?
fourth. He seems super unstable, and he's running around with a saw cutting down trees in our neighborhood. And it's
Your
really
mother has a
upsetting to
sickness!
see.
I don't like to tone police. This girl has a particular inflection that feels like she would turn her nose up at any individual that she doesn't deem just the utmost just out.
You have no reason to live!
Hear her out one more
Cut in
time.
half. He seems super unstable, and he's running around with a saw cutting down trees in our neighborhood, and it's really upsetting to see.
It's not upsetting that this man's mental illness is going unchecked and that he is kind of left to his own coping mechanisms in a world that has abandoned him if the only purpose human beings have in our current day
My kids stand up like the American flag.
if that's the only purpose that human beings have in this current day, then like, why don't we do everything? Why don't we do everything we can to make sure that every human being is capable at making money for those who extract the wealth from those who are laboring? And this man, as you can see, is very able-bodied. Entire goddamn tree by himself with a handsaw. And this woman, this goddamn, hold on, this fucking little
Avatar.
when is Avatar not funny? Okay. Do you live here, ma'am? Is this your neighborhood? Are these your trees? Have you personally invested time into these trees? Have you stood there? Have you stood under their shade?
Even some of the guys nowadays love to have a hot actor in the film. You know, it's all good.
And I think if more of us were brave enough to admit that, then things like this just wouldn't happen as frequently. But no, let's hear about your problems, ma'am.
And he's running around with a saw cutting down trees in our neighborhood, and it's really upsetting to see.
The tears that I am weeping. Hey, I love trees. I am a arboring loving woman as anyone. Hold on. I don't know why I try to fiddle with my lights as I'm doing this. I am an arboring loving woman as anyone is. I care for the trees, but I also believe that if this man has the drive, the will, the want, and the way to overpower nature, to conquer the primal urge that every man has to conquer his environment, if we don't allow him to explore those urges, then who will he take his anger out on? I think of our community and I put people over trees. What do you think her name? She looks like a Molly to me, or like, but maybe a Kelly with like a Lee. Thank you, Derek, for laughing.
I see it all. That right there, nothing compared to what I've seen. That's crazy, though.
Nothing compared to what he's seen from that guy. What is this man hiding? What horrors has this man lived through?
Nothing compared to what I've seen. That's crazy, though.
Mike working in Ballard. Mike doing the Lord's work. Mike doing the,
Thanks for the concern, but I got laid 3 weeks ago.
I want to hear what Mike has seen. I want to hear and I want to listen to what Mike has to offer.
He's been a lifelong Ballardite, and he's going through some hard times right now.
Ballardite? I'm sorry. Ballardite, like, I get it. We have cute little names. You're Seattleite or a Tacoman or an Olympian or you live in Kent. But what do you say? A Ballarian?
He's been a lifelong Ballardite.
Ballardite. Like, he's Ballard and he's this guy knows him. He's been going through some hard shit. And for that, I say,
Okay, good for you.
get your man under control. He can't be out here just tearing down every fucking tree you see. Here's my favorite part, though. Here's my favorite part. I'm gonna go away. I want you to watch it. Pay attention to it. Please, please. There will be a quiz. It goes like this.
Avatar.
The park was once the site of one of Seattle's largest homeless encampments. Residents said it's frustrating to see the park get vandalized.
Then we planted a bunch of trees there, sawed down one of the trees, right? So it's like one step forward, three steps back.
What is being done to prevent these trees from being cut down?
Well, you never want to see a tree cut down. In this case today, we're going to be having some really stern conversations.
Oh, you want answers. We'll have a talk with him. I couldn't help but notice the thing they said in there about it being a homeless encampment. It's just a park now. I don't think this man was motivated with tree hate in his heart. But I do find it interesting that this man was having a mental health episode in a park. I think it's interesting how she sees the cutting of the tree as a setback and not the unhousing of the people. But people were being forced to walk on the street because things pile on the sidewalk. Pretty upsetting. Good thing the streets have adequate barriers between the sidewalk and the cars to help protect individuals or bikers. Basically, it looks like it was just a large spot where a lot of people parked RVs, and now it's a park where you can't park your RV. Oh my God, what's going on there? I don't want any part of that. That's what they do. They're like, whoa, can't fucking park your car here, bro. We're turning into...
Dismantle the titty corner and set up a poker table.
Exactly. We gotta set up the poker table. Where is this park? No, scooters. Can I see this park? Oh, we got a skate park in here. Some bad looking skate park. All right, let's go Ballard. Let's show up. Is the skate park new, or was the skate park added like after they made the park? When did they make park? Why are you taking a picture of a blanket? This was 6 months ago. It was closed. Park is up again. Hopefully they can keep it clean. No barrier from park to streets. See, I feel like that's a bigger hazard than people sleeping on a bench. If you're sleeping on a bench, you're not gonna hit a child going 25 down the street. It doesn't even look like a nice park. It's mostly concrete, and there's just a couple of grassy patches. I don't call this a park. This is a lawn with trees planted in it. Or it's like a good park. Let's see, we're in Seattle. Seattle's like so good. So that's up in Queen Lake. But if you're over here in Seattle, just look at this one, the Carl Anderson Park. You can tell that this is a well-established park. Look at these trees. Look at that path. There's open spaces to play the sports ball. They have a big cone that splurts water. Look at all these interesting features with the big brick thing that people do beautiful artwork on. This is a good park. I think we can do better. Do enjoy Volunteer Park. You get the Bruce Lee, the Brandon Lee grave sites, the Seattle Asian Art Museums up there. That's a lot of fun. I personally enjoy the conservatory. It is gorgeous and there's so many plants. Look at these. I don't know what that is. There's like these weird blue hanging like chili pepper things that are just... So you have like big open spaces, but you do have your trees, you have your art installations, you have your botanical gardens, you have a tiny little amphitheater. See, you can learn a little culture. Get out of your comfort zone. This is an Asian museum. This is a gorgeous, like, brick tower. You have cherry blossoms over here. You got freaking ducks. Oh my God. Look at these guys. Look at these little goofers. The crows do not care. The crows don't have time to negotiate with ducks. Beautiful viewpoints of the city. It's kind of on a hill, which I appreciate that. You got more ducks. Show me more ducks. That's a top tier park. That one's pretty good. Okay, all right. Washington Park might be a little different though. As a person that does care about trees, as I said, oh, you got the Japanese maples. Look at these trails. You can just walk through here. They don't have to do this. This is a city. If you want trees, go cross the water, you tree lover. And I know from my experience living in LA, you're not getting quality parks like this. Let's see your typical Los Angeles park. That's a golf course. Oh, that one has a cemetery in it. Hold on, I'm trying to find like an actual park. I know, it's tricky. Was it South Park? It's probably private. It looks like a golf course and you're like, Jesus Christ, I just need some trees. Just let me see some trees. This is called a park. This monstrosity is definitely a place to park. How many lots do you have, Kay? Lot 7? They're lettered and they're numbered. There's so many lots that they have 2 different filing systems with how to find your car. Is baseball this lucrative? 13, 14. Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying here. What's this one? This is just parking lot. Just simply parking lot. Did they run out of numbers? They just ran out. Ew, why is lot 1 like stained? Lot 1 is so much dirtier than all the other lots.
You have no reason to live!
Oh my God, sorry. Urban planning is just coming out. I like that. It's kind of like a spider, I guess. But other than that, like I want like a park. Monkey bars in a park. Well, maybe Dodger Stadium is a bad example. Ooh, golf club. Never mind. Here we go. Community Regional Park. There's a little bit of green grass in there. Okay, yes, please give me an aerial view of this place. You have a water feature in there, and it kind of looks like a golf course. Don't think those trees are providing adequate shade from the 120-degree sun beaming down on you. It feels weird too to have a lake that is so surrounded in concrete. I know the point is that you can walk around every edge of the lake, but it feels very weird that there's like a dock. There's an artificialness to how just perfectly it lines the water. Okay, so that's just one community park. That's fine. Maybe that was in not a great area. What else do we got? Oh, here's a garden. Here's a garden. Same exact thing with the artificiality of the water features. There's life. We have animals. We have flippin' turtles, folks. Folks, there's flippin' turtles here. So the one thing I will give this monstrositous city that is known as Los Angeles, this metropolitan area that I was so lucky to live in up here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The one thing about Santa Clarita that I do genuinely appreciate, not its parks, because its parks were your average LA affair. It stops being usable as a park for anything foundational. If you go down to the river, the famous Santa Clarita River, you will notice over here there is a walking path. Follows behind all of these houses, all of these rows and rows of suburbia houses. But there's this dedicated trail with a paved asphalt road, a 20-foot slide into the river, a field in between, and then you have a dirt road where you can go running, walk your dogs, ride a bike, what have you. And you can follow this thing all the way up the river. You can get in and out of these neighborhoods. There's a park over here with tennis courts. There's even bigger park over here with a lot going on. Some of it's a little tricky depending on what you're riding on, especially this part. Specifically, ate shit going in this corner right here. I was on my skates, thought I could make this complete 90-degree turn downhill under the overpass. Concrete is a little more slick than Gracie thought it was, and I completely just shaved off like half my ass. Thankfully, the scar has gone away, and the foundation of my butt has strengthened itself once more. Path follows the riverbed, still following the riverbed. Gotta realize you're skipping nothing. Like, this is the worst place to drive through. It's just depressing as hell. Every road just leads to an intersection that you're just gonna sit at. Sure, you can say there is Six Flags Magic Mountain, and while I do appreciate a good old time at the Warner Brothers theme park over in the hill, my favorite feature was the river trail that just kept going, would go all the way past Magic Mountain and would find itself weaving its way up here, over here. This is kind of the business district where a lot of warehouses are, up past Decorah, and you can see that this entire area is connected through these trails that do loop around and connect this extremely difficult city to traverse, since there is mountains here. Look where Walmart is, just right there. We just gotta go right there to get to Walmart. No, you have to get on the road, go all the way around this shit, get all the way over here, take a side road up to here, then you can get to your stupid grocery store. I think there's a Sam's Club right next to it. Thank you. What's my point? Why did I come here? Why are we this far in the hole? Urban planning is interesting. I think why we're angry at people for cutting down trees is interesting. And also, I just really like that guy's response. I just
Wendy's
thought...
and breakfast 2 for $3 is so...
What is being done to prevent these trees from being cut down?
Well, you never want to see it. In this case today, we're going to be having some really stern conversations.
And I look forward to having those stern conversations myself, where I never turn away from the tough conversations. Except for right now when I'm turning away from this one. Bye-bye. Thank you for talking. Have a good one.